Hi, Joe. Um, I feel the same way. What you said about YouTube, uh, that it's awful and pimped out like a MySpace page, you're right. It's not really the same. Uh, I rarely watch vlogs anymore. It really seems like the people who were still making vlogs from 4 years ago are talking about the same things that they were back then, which were, the golden days of YouTube, the halcyon days of wine and roses with Bush as president and being functionally in a recession that nobody was actually calling a recession. I remember that my YouTube channel, my first YouTube channel, started after I had been unemployed and depressed for a good 6 months. And it was really my only outlet. It was my only way of reaching out to other people since I could not even afford to go buy beer at a bar, much less ramen, much less pay rent or anything. Um, I think I had about 4 channels overall. I kind of stopped my first channel, and on the second channel that I created uh, was just a vlogging channel, and I put some of my more stupider and absurd videos up there as well. But for a good long period, it was a vlogging channel, and it was never very popular. I think at the height of popularity, I had 150 people subscribe to me. I couldn't even tell you how many are subscribed to me right now. But I know most of them are not actually subscribed to me. They're probably just hit subscribe because they saw one of my videos and thought it was funny or cute or something. Um, and I make the distinction of saying that it's subscribed because I noticed that when I would post a vlog, after about 2 weeks, I would still only have about 30 views, even with 150 subscribers. So I think the ratio was that for every 5 people who subscribed to your channel, you'd only have one person who was actually watching your videos with any regularity. And I looked at other people, other members back then, and when I say other people, I really just mean people that I watched who were also watched by lots of other people, like Renetto and Blunty 3000 and Boheem and Lisa Nova. And I think that rule fits pretty well. Um, I think when YouTube got purchased by Google and advertising revenue started coming in, YouTube became a different animal. It evolved over a period of months or maybe even a year into a more commercial environment. And I feel that the people who had been there since the very beginning, who were really popular, uh, you know, when when you could elect to have ads placed with your videos and you could start receiving revenue, I think you saw the effects of money take hold of YouTube on those popular people because they stopped looking at YouTube as an outlet for their creativity or their emotions or whatever it was that they were doing, and they started looking at it as a business or a career or a stepping stone to a business or a career. You started seeing fewer videos from the really popular people. And the videos that were made were no longer really entertaining. They were basically just like beacon fires that would get lit up occasionally. Like, oh, oh, hey, I'm still here. And, there's some people who adapted to that, and there's some people who didn't. And for the most part, they didn't. They just kind of languished, and they're neither funny nor entertaining anymore, but they're just kind of there. They still have a lot of their old subscribers. Um, so overall, the quality of videos, I think, declined. Um, but these uh, these popular people who've been around forever, a lot of them have actually taken down the videos that made them popular in the first place, which to me is fucking absurd. I mean, the only reason I can find that might validate doing something like that is that they're looking at their old videos and they're either ashamed or embarrassed and they want to mold and sculpt some sort of superficial image for themselves in order to accommodate their current audience, not the audience that they generated 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, just look at Renetto. Renetto was at one time one of the top 5 most subscribed to channels, and he initially got popular by putting a toothpick underneath his upper lip and pretending to be retarded and singing or commenting on other people's vlogs. I mean, where the fuck are those videos? He took them all down when he started becoming like this unofficial spokesman for YouTube. And I have no idea if he ever brought them back, but I doubt it. Because why would you want to be a grown man with children who's, carded his family in front of vlogs with, hey, this is me pretending to be a retard at the beginning of my YouTube cycle. Um, but yeah, getting off the point a little bit. Incidentally, I had 2 videos that were popular enough in YouTube's little ticking system to be offered ad revenue. It was like, something popped up and said, ooh, you're popular, and I declined both of them because I just felt it wasn't worth it. I mean, I fucking hate advertising to begin with, and I didn't feel like I wanted to inflict that on anybody who would be nice enough to watch one of my videos for the, what, $20 or $200 a year that I might get from it. It's just fucking bullshit. Um, so, yeah. And personally, I hate clicking on a video and being forced to sit through an ad. If I had the option of saying, well, you can watch this video after you've watched this ad, I'd much rather, half the time I probably wouldn't even watch the video. But I hate the idea that someone is arbitrarily getting like half of a penny or something because I clicked on a video and I had no idea that I was going to have to sit through an ad first. Um, Getting off the subject again, but okay. Advertising does seem to be the flip side of the coin of internet fame, and that's the other thing I wanted to mention is that I disagree with you about internet fame. I do think that um, it is rather arbitrary, but it's not necessarily bullshit. I mean, people have kickstarted careers because of having videos on YouTube or from like one thing that they did online. So internet fame is kind of like this weird lottery, you might say. Um, and I think posting videos on YouTube is probably as effective of a career starter as simply moving to Hollywood would be. I mean, plenty of people move to Hollywood and don't make it. Plenty of people put up videos on YouTube and don't make it. But there are some people who move to Hollywood and do become famous movie stars. And there are some people who post videos on YouTube and get fucking record deals and are multimillionaires before the age of 30. Justin Bieber. Uh, so, I don't know. I think ultimately hard work still pays off. Uh, People who commit themselves to their projects and hard work without getting distracted, have shown some success. Personal success, definitely. Not necessarily commercial success. But is that what you want? Do you want commercial success? I mean, you really have to decide what is success for myself. How do I define success? What are your goals? And what's stopping you from achieving those goals? Because I think once you tackle those questions, once you confront them and you answer them for yourself, then you'll know what you want and you'll know what you have to do to get it. And that's all I really have to say. Um, Offering a rebuttal. And I closed this thing so I wouldn't have to look at myself, and now I've got to pull it back up, and I'm done.